Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video on the channel. I do apologize ahead of time for how I sound in this video because I am ill and there's not a fat lot I can do about it. I feel like garbage right now, but just got back from a sneak peek for Phantom Nightmare and I played Unchained Labyrinth. This deck is actually really cracked. I went X1, which put me in second place because of tiebreakers and things. So yeah, it was really strong. This deck was overall it's one of my favorite decks ever. And yeah, let's get into it. Starting things off, three copies of Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. So this you have to play three of in this version because she's an extender that you use to make Yama in tight cages. She's also a piece of removal that you can pop with your Shavara. So you do have to play three of this, unfortunately. However, not really that bad. She's really strong as well. You can recycle her. One copy of Lovely Lady. You don't need more than one copy of this. This card's really strong. But yeah, two copies of Arius, sorry. You only need two of this because it recycles itself again, similar to Silver Lady. So a lot of these you don't really need to play more than one of. You opt to do this because it's also interaction on your opponent's turn that allows you to play. Three copies of Ariana and two copies of Ariane. Ariane gets Ariana, and Ariana gets you any of the pieces you're missing, including your furnitures. But they are also pieces of draw power on your opponent's turn when you remove things from the field. Furnitures, three copies of three copies of Shand, three copies of Stovey, one copy of Ku. Arius and Ku serve the same purpose. They are both searchable, so it does not matter how many of them you play. This one's a little bit better than Arius because it recycles itself. So I honestly think I play two of this and one of this. But the levels line up with this a lot better for Chaos Angel with the fours. So take of that what you will. And then these are just your way to search your Labyrinth spells and traps. So Labyrinth, and then Big Welcome and Welcome. One copy of Shavara, searchable off of Yama, and all of these basically facilitate getting to this, which gets you to escape, and a copy of Rage. Then three copies of Droll and Lockbird to round out the main deck monster lineup. Then three copies of Pot of Prosperity. You have to play this over Extrav in this version of the deck. I apologize, because this card is you get to pick what you banish, and you get to pick what you add. So there's a lot of things you want to be able to find, and if you start with one piece, you want to find the other, and vice versa. You don't want two random draws, and you don't want to lose your unchained pieces. So this card's very important. And the only other spell in the main deck, Labrynth, to round out the spells. Trap cards, three copies of Big Welcome Labyrinth, two copies of Welcome Labyrinth. This one recycles itself, this one doesn't. So you have to play. You can only get away with playing two of this. You do have to play three of this, unfortunately. Three copies of Infinite Impermanence, as this is a hand trap that allows you to activate Lady on your opponent's turn, because it is a trap card. New card. Two copies of The Black Goat Laughs. Now, for those of you who do not know what this card does, this card says you can declare one monster name, and your opponent can neither player can special summon that monster for the rest of the turn, except from the graveyard. And then it has an additional effect. You can banish this card from your graveyard. You can declare one monster name and monster name, negate its effects on the fields for the rest of the turn. So basically, it's Imperm 4 and 5, searchable. It's also basically Crossout Designator for a turn because it can't summon it, can't use its effects. Two copies of Rollback, because you're just using this to copy Big Welcome basically, and you don't really need more than two of this. The only time I recommend a third is if you expect to see a lot of Labyrinth, but two is absolutely fine for this deck, to be completely honest with you. When I was playing three, hated it because you saw it too much, and when I was playing one, it felt like garbage because I was basically having to get it off of Lady every single time. So two is the sweet spot. Trust me, it's great. And then one-offs, one Escape, one Daruma, and one IDP. Daruma's just really good into Fire King, because you can hit them at a point where they basically just have like links on board, so they're forced to send everything. Same with IDB. An escape is your one of to get off of Shavara. It's also a normal trap. Fun fact. So it's searchable off of Lady 2 and resettable off of the other lady. Pog. Next, extra deck. 2 copies of SP Little Knight. You do not have to play 2. You do have to play 1. You do not have a say in the matter. 1 of this is necessary. 2 is not. I opted to play 2 as the second one came up about 12 separate times in testing. And it came up twice today. So realistically, not that big of a deal. However, there is an argument to play 2, but you can get away with just playing 1 and blanking this out for a second copy of one of your extra deck monsters. Your other ones. 1 copy of Yama, 1 copy of Rage, 1 copy of Anguish. This is your Unchained lineup. So you play Yama to search Shavara, and then you link into this going first, which means you can add back your Arianas, summon this back, and get a pop. With the Unchained line going second, you make Anguish to climb into the one who speaks with the code to OTK. So yeah, that's basically the line for that. Clara and Rushka, like undisputably the best card in my extra deck today. I made it about 12 separate times. You can just use a normal summon in main phase 2 to make this, and then make the SP Little Knight. This is where the second one comes up, because you can make 1 off of your own material, and 1 using one of your opponent's material. 1 copy of Muckraker from the Underworld, and 1 copy of Dark to render the Link 2s. This is just Reborn. There's some cool things you can do with Chaos Angel in this, and this card is just generic. It's really good into DML Star. 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn as an additional target to play with Rage. You can bump this up to 2 if you don't have the second SP Little Knight. As I said, 1 is absolutely mandatory, but the second one is debatable. And then Access Code Talker. You do need at least 1 copy of Chaos Angel once again, but this deck makes it like it's nothing. And the cool interaction with this and Muckraker is you can make 2 copies of this, link them off into Muckraker, and then Muckraker bring 1 back, so you can banish something for a 3rd time, which is obviously really strong. And then Exceeders, Exoton Knight, Buzz King, Typhon. Exoton Knight, you play 2 4s, one of which gets you 2 4s on the field, so comes up occasionally. Buzz King is a rank 8 that loops card extra deck, and it's a time card as well because it pops. And Typhon's Typhon, let's be real. You can also double up on this if you don't have the second SP or a second Chaos Angel. But yeah, that's the list. The side deck was kind of just finicky. We're still working that one out. So maybe we'll have another list in the future that has the side deck. But for current, we do not. So this is the list that I took 2nd place with today. And yeah, it was very strong. I only dropped a game to Manadium. As turns out, when you don't draw a normal trap going 1st or 2nd, you lose the game. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I hope you have an amazing day. Peace.